grapefruit drug interactions are one of the most clinically important food-drug interactions in pharmacology. What appears to be an ordinary fruit can profoundly alter drug metabolism, making it a clinically relevant example of enzyme inhibition. The effect of grapefruit on drug metabolism was discovered accidentally in the late 1980s during clinical studies of felodipine, a calcium channel blocker. These studies were designed to examine interactions between ethanol and felodipine, not food-drug interactions. Grapefruit juice was used simply as a vehicle and to mask the taste of alcohol, and it was assumed to be pharmacologically inert. However, when plasma felodipine concentrations were measured, the results were unexpected. When felodipine was taken with grapefruit juice, plasma concentrations were markedly higher than when the drug was taken with water, revealing a previously unrecognized interaction. This raised an important mechanistic question. Where in the body was grapefruit exerting its effect? To answer this, felodipine was administered intravenously shortly after grapefruit ingestion to bypass intestinal absorption and first-pass metabolism. Plasma concentrations were again measured over time. In contrast to oral dosing, the plasma concentration versus time profiles were nearly identical, whether the subject had consumed grapefruit juice or water. This demonstrated that grapefruit does not affect systemic clearance, but instead acts before the drug reaches the circulation. To understand this interaction, we need to look at the small intestine, specifically the epithelial cells known as enterocytes. This is the main site of drug absorption. Drug molecules in the gut lumen can pass through the enterocytes into the interstitial space, from where they enter the circulation via the capillaries. These cells express high levels of the cytochrome P450 enzyme, CYP3A4, the same enzyme found in the liver, but acting much earlier in the drug's journey. During oral administration, many drugs are metabolized by CYP3A4 within the gut wall itself, before they ever reach the systemic circulation. This intestinal first-pass metabolism reduces the fraction of drug that enters the bloodstream and is a major determinant of oral bioavailability. Grapefruit juice targets this intestinal enzyme directly, which explains why its effects are seen with oral but not intravenous drug administration. Inhibition of CYP3A4 means that more drug is able to get through to the circulation, increasing its pharmacological effect. The grapefruit drug interaction is mediated by compounds known as furanocoumarins, found naturally in grapefruit juice. These are a group of molecules containing a furan ring and a coumarin group. Furanocoumarins bind irreversibly to CYP3A4 within the intestinal enterocytes. They act as mechanism-based inhibitors of CYP3A4. This means that the inhibitor binds to the active site in the enzyme, which attempts to metabolize it like any other substrate. During this process, a reactive intermediate is formed that covalently binds to the enzyme, permanently inactivating it. As a result, the affected CYP3A4 molecules are irreversibly lost, and enzyme activity can only recover through the synthesis of new enzyme protein. Now you should understand why grapefruit juice altered the plot of plasma drug concentration versus time. Inhibition of intestinal CYP3A4 does not change the administered dose, but it markedly alters systemic drug exposure. When grapefruit juice is consumed, less drug is metabolized during intestinal first-pass metabolism, resulting in higher peak plasma concentrations and increased overall exposure measured as the area under the curve. Pharmacokinetically, this is equivalent to increasing the dose, even though the patient has taken the same amount of drug. A key clinical feature of grapefruit drug interactions is that they persist long after the juice is consumed. Because furanocoumarins irreversibly inactivate CYP3A4, enzymatic activity cannot recover simply by waiting a few hours. Instead, new enzyme must be synthesized, a process that takes more than 24 hours. As a result, separating grapefruit consumption and drug administration in time is ineffective. Grapefruit drug interactions are clinically relevant for several commonly prescribed medications, including statins, calcium channel blockers, benzodiazepines, and immunosuppressants. Importantly, not all drugs within a given class are affected equally. Only drugs that undergo significant intestinal CYP3A4 metabolism show clinically meaningful interactions, while others in the same class may be largely unaffected. Where a drug is affected, increased plasma concentrations can lead to exaggerated pharmacological effects, increased risk of adverse reactions, and, in some instances, serious toxicity. The clinical risk depends on the therapeutic index of the drug and the extent of intestinal CYP3A4 involvement in its metabolism. On a positive note, this effect is specific to grapefruit and a small number of related citrus fruits. Most other commonly consumed fruits, such as oranges, apples, pears, and bananas, do not inhibit CYP3A4 and can be consumed safely with medications. In summary, grapefruit drug interactions were discovered serendipitously, but reveal an important pharmacological principle. They are caused by furanocoumarins in grapefruit juice. These molecules cause mechanism-based inhibition of intestinal CYP3A4, increasing oral drug exposure without changing dose. This interaction highlights how diet can meaningfully alter pharmacokinetics and why food-drug interactions should never be overlooked in clinical practice.